Hi, this is Rich Gall, Rogue Sniper Paintball.com. Today's April 1st, 2010, and this is March's update. This is the rear engine panel of the 1/18 scale model I've been working from. I decided to start here this month. After cutting the panel, I sanded down the lower edge to match the slope of the lower panel piece. I then modified a couple of 2-inch hinges and made mounting brackets out of aluminum block and bolted them to the engine door. This piece was tricky. I made this bracket out of 1/8" aluminum that I had lying around. I bolted it into place and then I made a handle for the door. After cutting a hole in the engine panel, I made a threaded bracket for the door bolts. There, one complete working engine panel door. On to the exhaust pipes. These are too small to use for the real engine exhaust, so I made them out of wood. I shaped and milled out the end of a piece of 2x6, about 3/4 of an inch in. I then gave the inside several coats of red primer and the bottom black to give the illusion that they're hollow. To make the bottom of the pipe, I glued two 2x6s together and cut out an elbow. I shaped them with a belt sander and screwed on a mount for the pipe. This flange will be mounted to the elbow when it's done. I then cut a hole in the engine panel and gave the pipes a test fit. The back plate at the top will be screwed to the elbow when the pipes are done. I put all the pieces together and put them on the panel. I just have to add a little filler to finish the look. On to the engine deck doors. After ripping down a piece of wood, I cut a 1/4-inch groove in the top and bottom piece and cut a 1/4-inch tongue in the side pieces. After a test fit, I glued the joints together. Using a piece of 1/4-inch ply, I made a lip for the door grates to sit on. The grates are made of 1/4-inch dowel rod. Lots of dowel rod. There are 39 dowels per side. I laid down a bead of liquid nail adhesive and set the dowels. I then put down a bead of liquid nail at the top and bottom of the dowels to simulate a weld. At this point, the doors are still joined together to keep everything square. After making and installing handles, I mounted the hinges on the door. I then cut the doors apart and checked their alignment. Now on to the finished work. I used liquid nail again to simulate several weld beads on the top of the grates. I plan on using this method throughout my tank build. After I prep and paint the remaining panels, I'll finally be able to close in the upper hull. From there, it'll be onto the front armored plate and figure out how to mount the transmission cover to it. I'll see you at next month's update.